What is methylation, right? This is the hidden process that controls your energy, mood, and ability to detox. I am Dr. Beth Westy, women's health and hormone expert. And make sure if you do not know your body's methylation ability genetically, that you have taken steps to get a genetic test. This is part of what we do when I work with people one-on-one, is we do hormone testing, Dutch testing, GI mapping, and genetic testing. And the cool thing about a genetic test is that you only need one ever, right? So make sure you're going below this video, clicking that link, getting on the list to learn more about this process. Now, methylation, I might feel like this is chemistry stuff. I don't want to go back to chemistry class. I know. But it's just a quick demonstration as to what methylation actually is, because it seems like I don't see like the methylation happen. Like, can I see it in my hair or on my skin or whatever, right? It's so hard to pinpoint exactly when it does not happen, the methylation, the elusive methylation, right? Some key things can just be taking an overview of your overall function and how you're feeling. That's the piece about it. You can't see if someone else is methylating or not, you know, like, you're not methylating now, oh no, right? No, it doesn't work like that. It is an internal process that happens on a chemical scale. So this is a cytosine molecule right here. That's the darker blue that I drew right here. Cytosine. Very simplistic view of this. This was a simple thing to draw and everything else. And if you're like, oh, this is a lot of chemistry. I know, my mom was a high school chemistry teacher. So for 40 some years. So I grew up looking at things like this. So this is a cytosine, and then this is this is the methyl group that gets added on. That's what methylation is. Adding on a CH3. That's a methyl group. Carbon with 3 hydrogens. Just add it on there, boom, now it's methylated. Now instead of it being just cytosine, it's 5-methyl cytosine. This is important when we talk about nutrient absorption processes and how the body handles things. For example, cobalamin is just a bear to draw. I'll just be honest, so I didn't draw it. But cobalamin, vitamin B12, which is really important for hormone production, maintenance, and energy levels overall, right? This is why so many energy drinks have tons of B12 in them. And B12 is a water-soluble vitamin, so if it's too much for your system, you're just gonna pee it out anyway, right? But the format of that B12 is really important. A cyanocobalamin can be, that format of it, that B12, can be really hard for people to absorb, especially if you have a genetic issue with methylation. This can include MTHFR, COMT, PEMT, MTRR, right? There's all these different things which we test for and we talk about and we tell you what they are, right? I'm just throwing some things out. But you'd want something that was a methylcobalamin, not a cyanocobalamin, because then with that methyl group, it's more bioavailable in your system. You're actually getting it then. That's the biggest difference. So it's just adding that on. So what does methylation do? It has to do with your energy. It really can impact your energy levels on a daily basis and how well cell repair happens in your system. And again, cell repair, it's so tiny, right? But this is a really important factor. It influences your mood on a regular basis, because it deals with neurotransmitter production and neurotransmitter production in different areas of your body. Serotonin is mostly made in the gut. Does this help influence serotonin levels? Yes. Gut. Dopamine, also another happiness or mood neurotransmitter, mainly made in the brain. Does this influence that? Yes. So it's different neurotransmitters in different parts of the body where they're primarily made that this will influence. Overall hormone production, estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, androgens, right? Other androgens, cortisols, things like that. Thyroid, does it influence that? Yes. Production and maintenance of it, so how your body processes it, and then it also targets detoxification. So methylation is actually one of the steps of estrogen detoxification. Estrogen, it goes through 3 phases of detoxification. The first 2 are in the liver, the third is the gut, but that middle process, the middle one, is a methylation process. The third process here is hormone production. So this actually plays a big role in how your body processes hormones, specifically estrogen. Estrogen goes through 3 phases of metabolism or detoxification, and that second step is methylation, which happens in the liver. So if you know that you have a genetic issue with processing hormones in general, or that you know, oh yeah, I know I have MTHFR, or I know I have a genetic issue with methylation, more than likely it can influence how your body processes estrogen. So not only overall production of your hormones, estrogens, progesterones, testosterones, cortisols, thyroid, all of that, but it actually then influences the process of those hormones in your body as it goes through different steps. So that's a really big deal. That's a really big deal. That's why so many people who know that they have an issue with methylation, they have hormone issues. Last one here is detoxification. So your body is supposed to go through detox processes all the time. Your liver is a main organ for detoxification. Your skin is supposed to detoxify. Your brain is supposed to detoxify when you're sleeping at night, all of these things, right? But, here's the thing, is that if you are not a good methylator, you're not going to be great at detoxification either, because it's such an important step in that process, which is why we include it. And you can also notice other negative influences with detoxification. You feel like garbage if you drink too much. You notice, oh, I drink a lot of water, but I don't feel hydrated enough. Little things like that can mean that you're not methylating well. So really, how do we know if you're not methylating? Testing. That's how we know and identify for sure. There's different types of methylation issues, and they can produce different results in your system overall, which is why we test. And the cool thing about, again, getting a genetic test, you only need one ever. We do genetic testing to identify what your system is doing. We do hormone testing to make sure, through urine, to make sure we can identify what's happening currently in your system and pinpoint that exactly for you. We will walk you through all the results that you have, all the testing done, and we will make sure that you are on the right path, not only working with any dysfunction that you have going on, but then moving towards wellness, so that once you are at that wellness point, that you are doing all the right things to keep it there. So that's what I got for you guys today. Let me know if you have any questions. Make sure you're on the list below this video, and I'll see you later.